What's up, you guys? My name is Jay. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your Amazon or eBay dropshipping business, make sure to click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. So no matter what type of project it is that you're working on, goal setting is always one of the first things that you need to do when starting that project. Without having goals to work towards, you're not going to be as efficient as you could be. Setting long and short-term goals are going to help you get to where you want to be a lot quicker. I see too many people working aimlessly and they end up just spinning their wheels or making very minimal progress. The best way to set goals is to think about a result that you want and then reverse engineer that result into larger goals, then break those goals down into smaller monthly, weekly, daily, and then even sometimes hourly goals. These need to be very, very specific goals. They can't be things like I want to make more money or I want more free time. These need to be quantifiable goals, something like $5,000 per month, or I want 2 extra hours of free time per day. Because we're talking about Amazon dropshipping, it's going to be really easy for us to create these quantifiable goals, and then we'll take these goals and break them down into tasks that we can complete every day that will add up to completing the goal. Although money is the main motivation for people starting this business, there's other things like the amount of time that you spend on the business that you're also going to want to set goals for. Goal setting for Amazon dropshipping is actually going to be a lot easier if you've already made some sales. If you haven't yet, I would suggest that you put a couple of items up and get a little bit of data, and you'll understand why later on in this video it's going to be helpful. But let's get into some examples on how we set these realistic and challenging goals. So for example, maybe you work a full-time job, 40 to 50 hours a week, and you only have a couple hours at night to work on the business, and maybe you just want to supplement your income by, let's say, $1,000, and let's say you want to work maybe 2 hours a day on the business. This is a pretty achievable goal. $1,000 a month isn't too much when it comes to Amazon dropshipping. The average profit margin is around 10%. So in that case, you'd only really need to make $10,000 in sales a month. You're also going to need to factor in the cost of software and the cost of virtual assistant. And in this case, if you want to work minimal, like I said, you're really going to want to hire a virtual assistant full-time, which you can hire them on Upwork for about $3 an hour. And if you have them work for 40 hours a week full-time, that comes out to about 480 bucks. So let's go ahead and round that up to $500. Then we have our software costs. Now this is really going to depend on how many items you have in your store, but for this example, let's say that software costs are about $50 a month. So if you add that up, we're actually going to need to make $1,550 in profit per month, because after paying the VA and the software costs, that'll bring us back down to our original $1,000 profit per month. So to make $1,550 per month, we're going to need to make around $15,500 in sales, and let's go ahead and round that up to $16,000 in sales. This is where I think a lot of people will stop. They'll say, okay, I just need to make $16,000 in sales per month. Let me go ahead and get started. But I'm going to take it to the extreme and break this goal down to the bare bones of what we need to do, almost to the hour. Alright, so since we know we need $16,000 in sales per month, let's go ahead and break that down into how much we need per day. So if we take $16,000 and divide it by 30 days, that's going to give us around $533. So we're going to need $533 in sales per day. Alright, so now our daily goal of sales is $533. Let's go ahead and break that down even more. So let's say our average sale price of an item is around $40. If we divide the daily sales of $533 divided by the $40, that's going to give us 13.3. So let's go ahead and round that up to 14 items. So basically, we need to sell 14 items with an average sale price of $40 to reach that $533 daily sale goal, and in conclusion give us the $16,000 per month monthly goal. Alright, so we know we need to make about 14 sales a day, but let's go ahead and break that down even more. So for example, like I said earlier, if you've already made some sales on Amazon, you have a little bit of sales history, and you kind of know how many sales you make per day. So let's say right now on average you're making about 3 sales per day, and let's say you have 80 items in your store. So 80 items in your store gives you about 3 sales on average average per day. Sometimes you get 1 sale a day, sometimes you get 5 sales a day, but it averages out to being 3 sales per day. So if we need to make 14 sales per day, and currently we make 3 per day, we're going to go ahead and divide the 14 by the 3, and that's going to give us a multiplier that we multiply to our number of items that are currently in our store, and it'll give us how many items we need in our store to make that 14 sales a day. So if we divide 14 by 3, that's going to give us 4.7. Then we're going to take that 4.7 and multiply it by the number of items in our store, which was 80, and that's going to give us 376 items. So we can assume that if we have 376 items in our store, that's going to give us 14 sales per day, and that will end up getting us to our $1,000 profit per month. All right, I hope that made sense for you guys. If you guys have any questions, like I said, you can ask me in the comments below and I'll make sure to answer them for you. But I hope that kind of made sense for you guys. I know there's a lot of numbers in there, it's kind of confusing, but if you have any questions, make sure to drop a comment and I'll make sure to answer your questions. But I hope you could see how that kind of makes things easier when you break it down like that. Now you know that you only need to you need to add 20 items to your store a day for 15 days, and that'll get you to the 376 items, which will kind of eventually, hopefully, get you to your $1,000 profit per month. You can apply this to any number that you have. You can just change out the numbers. Just make sure you're setting goals for yourself and breaking them down into bite-sized pieces so that you can take action every day and make sure that you actually achieve those goals and get the results that you want. So like I said, if you guys have any other questions, just go ahead and let me know. If this video gave you any value, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Helps a lot more than you think. And make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. And until the next video, peace.